Our theme for the Sabbath experiment this week is free for creation. And there are two ways to look at this, both of which I find help me to be more attentive towards God, more tuned in, and more expectant to what He might want to do or say to me. And the first way is when I am out experiencing creation, when I am out enjoying nature, seeing the trees and the flowers and the ocean and feeling the wind on my cheeks and through my hair and smelling the plants and hearing the birds and all the different things that make my senses come alive when I'm outside. I also find that my spirit comes alive. I think about God. I praise God. I thank Him for His creation, as the Psalm 92 song for the Sabbath talks about. When we experience God's creation, I think there is something in our souls that opens up and is more attentive to God. And the other time that I want to share is when I participate in creative acts. Those are also some of the times when I find myself being more attentive to God and when I hear God and feel God working through me. And I know not everyone would call themselves a creative, but I think there's something that when we don't engage with the logical part of ourselves, but we engage with the more left-brained or more creative side of us, and we are able to kind of go with the processes and I'm just gonna start this thing and see what happens. When we have that kind of free-flowing, creative kind of energy flowing through us, that is another time that I find that I experience God, or where some truth that God is speaking to me finds itself more deeply embedded in me. And so that's the challenge for this week as we think about how can Sabbath make us more free for creation? How can we either go out and spend more time in nature, experiencing God through creation, seeking Him, seeking that He would speak to us just in silence, or maybe with another person? How can we experience God through His creation this week? Or on the other hand, how can we engage in a creative activity that might allow God's spirit to flow through us? And I'll have some links and some examples of things that I've done, or some ideas for what you could do to experience God through creation this week in the Sabbath experiment guide that comes out if you're following along, or you can sign up for that on my website or look at some examples on my Instagram. But I hope that you can engage with this idea of being free for creation on the Sabbath. So as you go throughout your week, your normal work week, as you're going along, just think about this Sabbath, this weekend. How can you experience God more through His creation or through some kind of creative act? So go enjoy your coffee, go enjoy your day, and as you're working, just ask God what He would like to do in your next Sabbath. Thanks for joining me today. Please leave me a comment or a like, or share this video if you think that others might find some inspiration for their weekend or just new ways to engage with God. Have a great week, guys.